Hi guys, welcome to another exciting edition of 360 Vibes. This is the show where we give you all the gist, all the intel in the world of music, fashion, food, comedy, drama, whatever you want to think of. We got you covered. And I am your host for today, Joy Uchejim, Shin_Joyoma on Instagram. And you know how we do it. I am never alone in the studio when we're doing this because we have to get the full gist from every angle. We've got the ladies in the house. How you doing, guys?
Fine,
the vibers, the vibes.
Exactly, vibe 100%. Let's meet you.
Oh my God! Welcome back, guys, to another exciting edition. I am Victoria. Akode Victoria_extra on Instagram, and today's edition promises to be exciting, like Joy rightfully said. We've got juicy juice for you, so just stay. Don't touch. Don't even think of even changing the channel or anything.
Never.
Just stick right there.
Hey guys,
Faith.
welcome back to the show. It's your girl Fedes J. As they all rightfully said, do not touch your channel. Stay right there because today's gist is an exceptional one.
All right, like they said, so we're gonna go on a short break. I know you're curious about the gist, but don't worry, when we come back for this break, we'll let you in. Welcome back, guys. And so you know how, like we mentioned before, we have a very interesting and in-depth topic to discuss today. It's more of a banter between two influencers in Nigeria. On one side, we have Buchi, a renowned influencer, mostly on TikTok. And we also have Tacha, who was a former BBN star and also an influencer in Nigeria. So let's just go to the genesis of this whole issue. Tacha moved to the UK earlier this year, I believe, and then she made a comment that Nigerians over there don't really give her the same energy as the Nigerians back here in Nigeria. Like, they don't really follow her like that. There's no excitement, and no, when you see your favorite celebrity, like all of that vibe. She said she didn't get that there. And recently she moved back to Nigeria, and trust us, there was a whole lot of paparazzi, there were security men, there were bodyguards, there was everything you can think of for a celebrity in Nigeria. And so we thought it would end there, oh, welcome back Tasha and all of that. But no, Buchi had something to say about that. So he made a statement that, commenting on Tasha's video, he said, this is the reason that Nigerian celebrities will never move abroad, because they know that when they get there, they will not get that same excitement. In his words, that people won't fool around them like the way Nigerians here do, because they are busy over there in the UK. They don't have time to be screaming around with celebrities and all of that. That was the comment he made. And then, of course, Tasha had to give him aura for aura. You know, she made a statement that the reason he's even having time to say all of this is because he has a good wife who is housing him in the abroad. That was the comment she made. And of course, he also gave her another comeback. And it was just like back to back. But then that's not the whole context for our conversation. Now, well, going to look at this question Buchi brought up about Nigerian celebrities refusing to move abroad because they won't get that same relevance out there. So I want to get your own take of this. Do you really think that's the case? The Nigerian celebrities will never consider moving abroad because they won't find relevance where they're going?
Okay, I won't say that they would not consider moving abroad. Although we have some celebrities outside the country, but you cannot compare the level of relevance, like you said, they would have if they are here in Nigeria and when they are over there. Over there, it's a different ballgame entirely.
Exactly.
Like Buchi rightfully said, those people are busy, but I think it now depends on the celebrity, because trust me, likes of Whiskey, Burna Boy, Davido, those guys will always pull crowd home and abroad. So I just feel like maybe it's because it is Tacha You get not everybody followed Big Brother Naija. I didn't follow that particular edition, but I just know that there's a Tacha somewhere. So not everybody is a big fan of BB Naija, and she got her fame from BB Naija. And it's not like maybe she's an actress, so you won't blame people if they don't give you that energy. It's like saying maybe one of the housemates that just came out from the recent BB Naija now is going and saying that they know nobody is shouting. That can work on your brand. So it's not that case. I feel like it just depends on the particular celebrity. I feel like some celebrity will pull crowd, but that boy is pulling crowd of non-Nigerians. So I guess it is just the person. And like Buchi said, they are busy. And then they will always have relevance here in Nigeria. I feel like they're always appreciated here in Nigeria. Take for instance now, like a Ghanaian influencer comes to Nigeria. Nobody knows you. Or maybe an influencer from Tanzania, they come here. Okay, like, okay. Except for those that have built their brand internationally. You know, we have some big ass influencers that back in Ghana, back in Nigeria, they are known. So it depends on how well you've built your brand and how well people perceive you on the international level. So I believe that there are people, if they go abroad, they'll be recognized. Back here at home, they'll be recognized. I just feel like, okay, maybe it's time for more work to be done. And it's not like no shades intended, basically. That's what I feel.
Okay, so I would say that it's very difficult to pull this set of people overseas to like your music. Because the truth is, here in Nigeria, we understand what we sing more. Because if you look at the Nigerian artists here in Nigeria, there's a pattern they use in producing their songs. Afrobeat and all. So we understand that beat. Taking it overseas, trust me, they are going to be like, and you know, those set of people too, they have their own kind of music. Do you understand? So it will be very difficult to go through, like, assess them, like, make them love what you do. Do you understand? So it's, and for, what's it called? Tacha too.
Yeah, she's not even an artist.
She's not an artist. Do you understand?
She's an influencer.
She's an influencer. So we, as Victoria rightly said, Big Brother was what made her known. Honestly speaking, I don't really watch Big Brother. And it was from this saga of banter where she said they didn't pay her money and all those things that came up. That was when we started getting to know more about her. So, I don't know. And will I say let me go to Solomon's part. Solomon Buchi. Will I say recently, the kind of drama Solomon has been feeling recently, dragging people. I just feel like there are some things that are really not necessarily, right? There are times you can call people out when you know they worth calling out. But for Solomon, I realized that recently he has been calling out people. Yes, like I just feel like I feel like it's not really necessary. You are doing a good job out there. A very good job. And when you start calling people out unnecessarily, see, they will dig deep and they'll want to get information that you don't, you're not expecting. In fact, things you don't even expect, they will go beyond it to get information about you. Imagine what she said. Tacha said he has been living on the wife's, what's it called? The wife has been feeding him under the wife's care. So these are things you end up getting when you don't keep your mouth.
I don't think someone is going to keep his mouth like short anytime soon, because he always tries on this. I've always known Solomon Buchi for starting very uncomfortable conversations. So anytime he's going to come at you, it's something very uncomfortable. And sometimes I agree with him on some issues sometimes. But I feel like there should be like boundaries or a limit to things that we want to call out before. I don't know the person that's mom cannot call out. He can call out anybody. And he's always ready to stand by what he has to say. And it doesn't always make him right, actually. It doesn't always make him right. But I don't like how he just allows his wife to become the victim, because they keep dragging that lady. The lady will not sabi anything. Straight like we got just the meter. They call her for back. Like just like, okay, this lady does not deserve this whole back and forth. Solomon, can you just keep quiet? Don't let them drag this lady. Don't let them drag your wife, because now people know that they cannot get through to Solomon, so they'll pick on his wife.
And so it's very unfortunate. But then you can't really say that Solomon Buchi is going to stop saying all the things he says because they are dragging anybody. Because let's be honest, this guy builds his own personal brand around talking about certain things. That's That's who he is. That's who we know him for. So if he stops talking, that will be a way of losing relevance in a way. So he has to like keep talking.
No, that doesn't mean he should talk, but
Yes.
there's some certain things that he should
some
stay
people
clear
believe
of.
that he should not talk about certain topics, but then he's talking about it, and now we're talking about him. You get it? So
It's
it's
the
kind
same
of
way
like
we feel about VDM now. Oh, why is VDM talking about this?
Exactly. Like,
Oh, why is VDM doing this?
exactly.
That kind of thing.
That's their own marketing strategy in a way. That's his brand. So he's going to keep talking. But I'm
Yeah.
just hoping that he really tries to, shall I say, gatekeep the things he says to reduce the kind of dragging he gets. But I'm pretty sure his wife understands what she's married into, because you know, as the Bible goes, two has become one. So whatever your husband face, you will face
my
it.
darling.
So I really pray that she has the strength, the emotional strength to deal with all this dragging, because now Tacha has just left Buchi and has started attacking her. Because it's really unfortunate anyway. But then, concerning this whole Tacha issue, I can't really blame anybody, because just the way Solomon Buchi finds his own relevance by speaking about certain things, Tacha finds her own strength and relevance here in Nigeria. This is her home base, it's her crowd. So I'm not surprised she moved here, even if she did move here because she needed to be close to her fans. I don't blame her.
She needs to be close to her fans.
Exactly. She needs to get that energy. She's an influencer.
She's an influencer. Actually, she needs support system.
Without paparazzi.
Without her support.
What's an influencer
and
without
her fans are her support system.
Imagine how she's feeling walking in the subway, walking on the road.
Even
when you see in Nigeria.
Did you watch that video where she had that entourage?
Exactly. When she came back,
and
she had
you can't get the feeling.
No, calm down, you guys, calm down.
Lots of
Why do
people
I feel like
following
these
her,
things
actually.
are planned? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why do I feel like some of these things are staged? So the other day we had this particular BB Ninja, what's her name? I can't remember her name now. She came out to say that, okay, virtually all the, you know, Big Brother Ninja stars, they got gifts.
And she didn't get.
That she didn't get anything. That she was like, so not like,
well, no, they see all these fans.
So can we say that she doesn't have the fan base, or some of these things are planned? Because you come out, because let's think about it. Okay, you spend like, how many days do they spend in the house? Like 60 days. I can't remember the number of days they spend in the house. And before you know it, you already built a fan base that can give you a check of over, is it 10 million naira? They give you a car, they give you a house, just like that.
See, you get.
And we say that Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is hard. And you people are giving one because she went to do what in the house. Because I don't know, I'm not 18 or anything, but I feel like they should just calm down. I feel like they create this illusion, they create this perception of themselves online, and they're not finding out how to keep up. Exactly. Like, why are you trying to live fake life? Because just sometimes, let's be realistic. Like, let's be very realistic. You see likes of Bisola, Ayola, those that went for Big Brother Nigeria back in the day. Those guys are steady working hard.
Yes,
If they're not acting, they're into music, they're doing this. We can see them acting.
True. That's
actively.
very true.
And that's how they make their money. But now people just say, oh, you just post for the camera, I'm wearing.
No, the fact that
I'm wearing
Victoria,
I'm not saying that
that
being an influencer is not a thing. It's a thing, but I feel like they've created this perception, and now they have to stick to it.
Exactly, because even now they have to maintain everything
the lifestyle
they've built. So doing that may not be easy. But
and that's a whole lot of
if
drama.
you think about it, to be an influencer, I feel like you really need backing, because where are you going to see the money to even to keep
when you
up?
don't work?
Because you cannot wear the same things twice.
Every
you cannot
day.
wear the same hair too many times. You have to keep on changing things.
Oh my.
So I'm pretty sure there's a lot to do.
Except for those that get brand endorsements. Those are
and you have to actually build to a certain level
before you can
to
get
get there. And to get there, you have to have been living the life, because brands won't just come and give anybody an endorsement.
See,
you have to live a certain degree of life first.
One of the things I want to say here is, see, there is no harm in working. Trust me. Anytime I get to see Funke Akindele, there's this thing that works inside of me. It just makes me feel that there is a beautiful future for every woman out there. Funke Akindele is, trust me guys, she's making it. She's making it, and she's making the womanhood proud. Yes. So we can do something. With that money you have, you can create a business. If you have a business, a shoe business, they will still patronize you.
Yeah, of course.
You have a bag business, you will see people trooping in to buy your stuff. So why don't you use that money to do something better, rather than see the entourage now? I beg you, like,
who you want to impress? I'm not
impress?
saying,
See me,
like
But
I don't know.
This is the idea is that.
Or are you a kind of person that when you see it, oh my god, maybe because I'm not that kind of person.
It depends. Okay, guys, I feel like honestly,
maybe if I say maybe if I say Ashakai, maybe I'll be like that.
Maybe because that's your own celebrity.
No matter how you feel like you have the steez and composure, there's one celebrity that if you see right now, you will lose everything.
Actually.
But that one looked, you get my point. That one looked kind of staged.
I understand. So when people say she was shooting for a brand or something, but anyway, whatever life you're living as an influencer, just try and find relevance without digging too deep into your pockets. I think that's what we're going to go home with. Just try and live real as much as you can without digging too deep into
life, no pay. Trust me, it's a whole lot of work.
For those that living fake life. For those that living fake life, okay? We didn't call anybody's name.
Allegedly, please.
All right, guys. So we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll bring back the rest of the gist. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, guys. So now we have another topic that I want to thrash right now. So it's a guy came up on X to tell a story of something that happened to his friend. So apparently they're both based in the UK. And then something happened in the office. His friend made a casual remark about their colleague who is not in Nigeria. Apparently she's a citizen of that country. And then he, I quote, said that she's looking fat and that if she hits the gym, that her body will look better. And then this lady went to report this guy. She said she felt traumatized by the things he said, that he body shamed her. And according to this guy who's telling the story now, this is not the first time this has happened. The guy has made a comment before and he was warned. So now he's going to face a meeting, a disciplinary committee from his company. And apparently this company is the one sponsoring him over in the UK. So if they fire him, he will have to move back to Nigeria. So it's a very dicey situation. But now this guy in mouth put him inside Wahala. Because we've been talking about this thing where Nigerian men just feel they can make certain comments. And it's a compliment.
I won't even say Nigerian men. Nigerian generally.
It's an advice.
Business.
You understand? That's the right for Victoria. We know they mind our business.
So let's just reiterate that you shouldn't be mentioning certain parts of people's body in the name of complimenting them or advising them. But the people feel, I'm just advising you. I feel like I know what's good for you and all of that. Can we just
share more light?
You've lost weight, so you look thin. What are you eating?
See,
I mean, just be normal.
People should. Okay, so it's okay. It's a this thing now we are saying. It's something that happens steady every day. And we have a lot of people that some of them, when they work so much, when they work too hard, they stress themselves, they end up adding more. It's not like it's even due to what they eat.
Illness.
Do you understand? Yes. It's not due to what they eat. So, and then we have this set of people, they will just come to you and tell you that you don't dey fat. You don't dey chop too much. You don't, and now, there are different ways we communicate. You can tell someone like you don't dey fat. That soon might sound very odd and like it might hurt that person so badly.
What kind of relationship do you have with that person?
Yes, what kind of relationship do you even have with that person before you can even say that word? So, and this is something that happens almost every day. Almost every day. So I feel like people should learn how to. You can. It's not a bad thing to even say to your friend like, "Oh, you're adding. Like you look chubby. Like what's up?" Be
cautious of it, though.
Be cautious of it. There are proper ways.
You don't even go about telling
that
message.
Talking about your colleague, because this is a case of a colleague, and now he's facing a disciplinary committee, and he may not just get warned. Hopefully,
he may get sacked.
Just something like that is possible because this is practically verbal abuse. You're body shaming your own colleague.
This thing is deep.
And then he further went ahead to ask the two lesbian guys in their office that how were they able to give birth to their two kids?
Like things that you just feel are normal. Like Nigerians, we have to really unlearn You have to unlearn certain things.
Learn minding your business.
True. Because I feel like we've been brought up in this society that feels, you know how our mother, some of our mothers and our aunties are like, oh, so if you don't marry, you never born since. Like, what's it happen? What is it? What in the cause now delay? Those kind of normal comments that we are used to. And now we feel we can just say it anywhere. And we've been mentioning these things. So people feel like, oh, it's feminism. Oh, you're doing too much. Or you feel you're too much. Now, your brother is about to face a disciplinary
penalty.
So
Your bad character.
See where it has landed you.
Unlearn this thing.
You don't go UK.
And those people are very keen. Like, everything matters to them.
Definitely.
You don't just talk to them anyhow. You don't look at them anyhow. You cannot even touch them anyhow. See, they carry all these rules and regulations on their head like this. They are very serious about it.
They know them.
They know they are right. So things that we count as irrelevant, it's very relevant over there. And you might just say, oh, you are joking. But to them, it is not a joke.
Yeah.
You now went to talk about the LGBTQ way.
You understand?
You're not in Nigeria. I'm sorry, but let's learn to mind our business. And also, let's try to, as much as possible, when you want to communicate, know the kind of relationship you have with these people. That will now determine what approach you want to. But regardless, just mind your business. Keep it in your mind. No, don't worry. You look good.
True.
Just mind your business, basically. Because
there's some certain things that we are not supposed to say.
Imagine her saying that she was traumatized with the comments. Maybe she's going through some personal things. I mean, maybe she shouldn't even be going through anything. Like, you're just traumatizing me.
Who knows if someone else has already been bullying her at home with that same comment, and now you are just the one that she can pass aggression.
But it was harmless, though. No, it was harmless, though.
That's what we're saying.
Simply, it was an advice now. He's the gym.
Harmless, actually. It seemed harmless, but
like a normal Nigerian joke. But I feel like we really need to watch ourselves and the things we say, because you will not go and get in trouble. You not say it's village people or it's the grandparents that
meanwhile it's your
mouth. Meanwhile, you don't mind your business.
Bad habits, bad manners. So please, I feel like we should just learn certain etiquettes and learn certain ways to speak and know how you speak to certain people. Your colleagues, there's the way you speak to them. Your bosses, your neighbors, especially your neighbors when you are in the Yankee, they may pull gun at you. Just mind the way you speak and just practice it from here. You don't have to wait till you travel abroad. Practice it, and it will even help people treat you better because they know you have respect for their own privacy. That's what's going to be the take-home for this particular episode. I hope you enjoyed yourself, because this is the end of this episode of the program. Many thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.